So this has been the year of the stars in the NBA, clearly. So Russell Westbrook could potentially average a triple-double. Isaiah Thomas is pacing toward one of the highest scoring averages in Celtics history. Kawhi Leonard, we mentioned he had 23 30-point games this season, Stephen A. He only had 4 prior to this year in his career. Steph Curry leading the league in threes, James Harden leading the league in assists. KD is posting career highs in field goal percentage, rebounding, and blocks. And LeBron, he's just LeBron. So of those 7 guys, Stephen A., who are you leaving off of your all-NBA team?
First order of business. That top 10 list that they had there, Basketball Reference, I love Jimmy Butler and Kyle Lowry, but take them off the list.
Okay.
They have no business.
Okay.
They have no business on that list for league MVP honors.
So
That's
we're going
1.
Westbrook, Isaiah, Kawhi, Steph, KD, Harden, and LeBron. Of those,
Believe it
who
or
are you
not,
leaving off?
Of the 5, of the 7 rather, who I'm leaving off that list, first team All-NBA, Isaiah Thomas and Steph Curry this year. Those 2 come off the list. I look at LeBron, it's LeBron. I look at the year Russell Westbrook and James Harden, that's absolutely given. Those are my 3 top candidates for league MVP. And, of course, there's Kawhi Leonard. I didn't even think about somebody like Anthony Davis. But, again, we're talking All-NBA in terms of you and what you've done this year as opposed to, you know, just the skill set or whatever the case may be. We're not taking into consideration how your team is doing. Because if you're taking into consideration how the team is doing, then you get Anthony Davis off the list. I'm not going to do that to him. The dude's 6'11". He's all world. But here's my thing. Steph Curry has been streaky this year. Steph Curry has not been the same that he was in this place. Now, in fairness to him, it's an adjustment. Kevin Durant comes on the team. There's shots being taken away from him, et cetera, et cetera. Kevin Durant is the most efficient superstar outside of LeBron James. As far as I'm saying, he's more efficient than LeBron as a shooter. Kevin Durant was averaging nearly 26 a game on better than 53% shooting before he went down. I have to put KD on that list. So it's LeBron, it's KD. It's Russ, it's James Harden, it's Kawhi Leonard. Steph Curry is still a superstar to me. I have no doubts about him, but compared to the top 5, I believe now you can make the argument that he's been more efficient than Russell Westbrook, but he's been supported by obviously a significantly better cast, and he hasn't had to carry the load that Russell Westbrook has had to carry. I got KD in my top 5. That's the only Golden State Warrior I have in my top 5. Steph Curry is at number 6. Isaiah Thomas, the superstar he is.
Why'd you leave him off? I get Curry.
Because number 1, he's a defensive liability. Number 2, he's in the Eastern Conference. That says something to me as well. And points alone don't get you on that list. It's all purpose. And then you got to consider the fact Russell Westbrook's averaging more points. James Harden is averaging more rebounds and assists. You look at LeBron and KD and Kawhi, he certainly doesn't go ahead of them.
I root for Isaiah Thomas probably harder than any other. 5'9", doing what he's doing. It's insane.
It's hard not to root for him.
He's off my list for this team, for the All-NBA team. He's not. He doesn't make my list. Stephen A. pointed it out. It's the defense, and that counts. Steph Curry, I also agree. Touches taken away by the presence of KD. Now he's getting all those touches back. He's still adjusting. He's been, especially recently, he got cold, and when you're splitting hairs, that counts against you. KD is also hurt right now. Let me say this. I do factor in, when you discuss All-NBA, how the team does, because it's a group dynamic. And it's difficult. It's the reason counting numbers and even efficiency numbers sometimes are difficult in the NBA. 1 ball, 5 guys on the court at one time. Then you also got the bench and you got some, different rotations and such. So that really does affect the way guys play, at least the way it appears that they play through the numbers in the NBA, in basketball generally. I do factor in how the team does. And even factoring that in, I got Anthony Davis as my big on the All-NBA team. Anthony Davis is so good, it's ridiculous. Does he still have room to improve? Yes. But I remember when the Spurs were playing for home court, they wanted to win that last game. Popovich played everyone a couple years ago, and the Pelicans got into the playoffs because Anthony Davis was on their team, and they didn't really have anything else. This guy is, as you would say, Stephen A., next level, and I'm not sure that KD is better than Anthony Davis. I'm not sure. My All-NBA is Westbrook this year, Harden, Kawhi, LeBron, AD.
I'm sorry, Max Kellerman. I don't mean to call you out on national television. Did you just say Anthony Davis?
I did.
Do you mean the Anthony Davis that you swore wasn't the alpha male on the Pelicans because it was DeMarcus Cousins?
I didn't say alpha male.
What did you say?
I said I would run the offense through DeMarcus Cousins.
You would run the offense.
Yes, because it works better that
through an individual in DeMarcus Cousins instead of a guy by
Batman
Anthony Davis.
I think that was the
Batman Robin.
Yeah.
The Batman
I said Robin times 10.
So you said no. You call Anthony Davis
Nightwing.
Robin. That's what you said.
Yeah.
No. So let me get this straight.
Right.
Robin, not Batman.
You got a good memory today.
Right.
Robin, not Batman.
Yes.
I'm saying it a third time. Robin, not Batman,
ask you something.
is your guy. I just want to make sure.
If you
I don't have a problem with it.
If you have a guy,
I don't have a problem with it. I'm just highlighting your inconsistency.
It's completely consistent. Only on the surface does it appear inconsistent. Take a deeper dive.
Only on the surface.
If you have a guy who can get down low,
Plunge.
he can score and pass the ball, and he's going to draw the defensive attention so Anthony Davis can face up and do all kinds of things he wants to do. And Anthony Davis is the real defender on the other side. It's not to say Anthony Davis isn't the best player. But listen, some people argued they'd rather have Kobe than Shaq back in the day. But who would you run the offense through? And this is even more kind of the other way, where Anthony Davis, even if you don't run the offense through him, he's clearly the best player on the team.
Well, really, in Shaq's case, you had to because of a combination of the Goliath he was, and if you didn't run the offense through him, what purpose would he serve? With DeMarcus Cousins, who can step away from the basket, you don't necessarily have to do that.
So you want DeMarcus Cousins playing on the perimeter?
I'm saying, at times he has.
Okay, that's fine, but how do you basically want to run your offense?
Shaq was one place,
right,
in the paint.
Right.
Okay?
But
and by the way, he can hit free throws.
Offense,
you understand? No. Anthony Davis should be the man.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Yeah.